I grew up thinking, you've got to be a real man, you can't show emotions, it makes you weak. I get upset sometimes thinking about things I've said to you over the years.
You didn't love yourself, so then you seek that validation in women.
I've heard so many girls over the years, I wish I could say sorry to them.
Now understanding how much your accident obviously affected you and all that. Like growing up, it was never spoken about, was it?
For years and years and years, I bottled things up and didn't talk about it. Get up in the morning, I hate getting out of bed. I wish I wasn't here anymore. And yeah, it was tough. When you were growing up, me and your mother separated when you were like, I don't know, was it 5 or something? That's one thing I was quite nervous about, obviously coming from a broken home as such.
Growing up, you've always been in a relationship. You've always gone from woman to woman to woman.
I felt so bad about myself. I hated what I saw in the mirror. I just call myself a freak every day. I end up jumping ship. My head gets turned. I also thought people were going to cheat on me then because I thought, oh, I'm ugly, I got scars with them. Why are they with me? They're pretty girls. They're not going to stay with me. And I end up self-sabotaging everything. Looking back, it's awful. I should have worked on myself first before I jumped in a relationship. I've heard so many girls over the years, I wish I could say sorry to them. I wish I could change it. One girl I was going to get married to actually picked the dress up, it's all booked, everything. She dumped, like, that must have had a massive effect on her psychologically. It's horrendous.
You didn't love yourself, so then you seek that validation in other people, mainly women. Obviously, you weren't going to stay with X, Y, and Z partner for that long.
You're quite intelligent when you fair play. You've got a good head on his shoulders. I've learned a lot from you today. When I go into a relationship, I'm the best boyfriend that girlfriend's ever had, and I spoil him, I buy him flowers all the time, I buy him gifts, I buy him perfume, I went up so much debt trying to impress people. I felt so bad about myself. I thought the only way to get somebody's love, I suppose, is like blowing their minds. I didn't do it to control people, I did it because it made me feel good seeing other people happy. I suppose you could say it was control. Was it control?
Back to what we were on about growing up in the household, innit? You've got to be the best at rugby, you've got to seek kudos from your brothers and like your parents.
I was so driven and so much testosterone in my house growing up, and I suppose the fear of failure for me growing up was so bad. When I couldn't play rugby anymore, I thought my dad didn't love me or wasn't proud of me anymore. So I thought the only way to make my dad proud was playing rugby. I get upset sometimes thinking about things I've said to you over the years.
And then the one time we played a game against Pencoed. Well, I think I was like 14. I didn't have a very good game. Coming off the pitch. Like my dad. Oh, you got in the car and left.
You know, after the game, sometimes one person you want to be consoled by is your father. I'm not even there, like, that's awful.
Andrew, you've been on a journey dealing with your own mental health, and last year you told Morgan, your son, that you loved him for the very first time. How was that?
Like, I was getting out the car, and I got out the car and you said, and I was like, maybe stop my tracks, like, God. And I've never heard that. I always knew it.
Yeah.
Gave you a hug. We had given you a hug, like it was, yeah, like we never hugged, did we?
No, never
hugged, and like, you know, doing that with you, like you telling me you loved me and me giving you a hug for the first time in 22 years, how crazy does that sound? But then, like, I also do it back, you know, like your dad, since you started opening up and like obviously telling me you love me, telling them you love me, being more open with the feelings, that the whole family's done it. I think, man, talking about her feelings, being more open with people, I feel valued a bit more nowadays. Like, it's not really frowned upon anymore.
So what I wanted for 20 years, I just wanted somebody to listen to me. Unless you tackle the root cause of the problems, a lot of the time that was me. I've only tackled that last couple of years, but unless you tackle the root cause of the problem, you're always going to keep on making the same mistakes all the time.